Hello everybody, today we are going to tell you about one aspect of Armenian culture, which is the architecture. Yerevan was established about 27 years earlier than Rome. I am Vlad Gevorkyan, and today me and my friends Stepan Titanyan and Arman Gevorkyan will present you 4 interesting and beautiful places in Yerevan. Republic Square, known locally as Rabarak Town Square, is the central town square in Yerevan, the capital of Armenia. It consists of 2 sections, an oval round boat and trapezoid-shaped section which contains a pool with musical fountains. The square is surrounded by 5 major buildings built in pink and yellow tuff in the neoclassic style with extensive use of Armenian motifs. The architectural ensemble includes the Government House, the History Museum and the National Gallery, Armenian Marriott Hotel and the Ministries of Foreign Affairs and Transport and Communications. The square was originally designed by Alexander Tamanyan in 1924. The construction of most of the building was completed by the 1950s. The last building, the National Gallery, was completed in 1977. During the Soviet period, it was called the Lenin Square, and the statue of Vladimir Lenin stood at the square, and military parades were held twice a year. After Armenia's independence, Lenin's statue was removed and the square was renamed. It has been described as Armenia's and the city's most important civic space, Yerevan's architectural highlight and the city's most outstanding architectural ensemble. Travel writer Deirdre Holding suggested that it's certainly one of the finest central squares created anywhere in the world during the 20th century. The earliest mention of the term Matenadaran, which means repository of manuscripts in Armenian, was recorded in the writings of the 5th century AD historian Khazar Parpetsi, who noted the existence of such repository at Eshmiasin Cathedral, where Greek and Armenian language texts were kept. After that, however, the source remained largely silent on its status. The Matenadaran main objectives are foremost the preservation, restoration, and reproduction of the manuscripts, their preservation, the organization and cataloging the Armenian manuscripts, and the distribution of publication of historical significant Armenian manuscripts in languages aside from Armenian. In 1941, it began publishing its official periodical Bamber Matenadaran, are accompanied with Russian and French abstracts. The Matenadaran is in possession of a collection of nearly 70,000 manuscripts and 40,000 other documents, which cover the wide area of subjects such as theology, philosophy, historiography, history, geography, grammar, art and art history, medicine and science.
The Cascade is a giant stairway made of limestone in Yerevan, Armenia. It links the downtown canton area of Yerevan with the monument neighborhood. Designed by architects Jim Torosyan, Aslan Mkhitaryan and Sarkis Urzadyan, the construction of the Cascade started in 1971 and was partially completed in 1980. Inside the Cascade, underneath the exterior steps, are 7 elevators that rise along the length of the complex. There are also exhibit halls connected to some of the landings along the escalators which compose the Café Sijan Museum of Art. The exterior of the Cascade features multiple levels adorned with fountains and modernist sculptures from the Café Sijan collection. The stairs afford walkers unobstructed views of central Yerevan and Mount Ararat. At the base of the cascade is a garden courtyard with statues by contemporary sculptors such as Botero. There are a number of cafes and restaurants on both sides of the cascade frequented by locals and tourists. Classical and jazz concerts often take place at the cascade during spring, summer, and early autumn, with spectators sitting on the steps.
Armenian National Academic Theatre of Opera and Ballet, named after Alexander Spendiaren, was officially opened on 20th of January 1933, with Alexander Spendiaren's Almast opera performance. The opera building was designed by Armenian architect Alexander Tamanyan. It consists of two concert halls, the Aram Khachaturian Concert Hall with 1,400 seats and the Alexander Spendiaren Opera and Ballet National Theatre, with 1,200 seats. Since it was opened, the Armenian National Opera and Ballet Theatre has performed more than 200 different operas and ballets by Armenian, Russian, and Western European composers. The theatre company has performed in more than 20 countries, for example in Russia, Spain, Lebanon, United States, Greece, Germany. In 1956, the theatre received the status of National Academic Opera and Ballet Theatre.
Yerevan is divided into two parts, the old one and the new one. Both have their advantages and disadvantages, but as much as we love the new part of the city, we can't forget about the history of old architectural monuments, because together they are assembling and creating our love to the city of Yerevan.